First of all, just wanted to say thank you guys for forgiving my wrongdoings and and letting me post a day late. You guys are the real MVPs. This sounds sarcastic, but I'm bad at genuine gratitude. So just this is real. This is me being grateful. I'm really bad at this. One time one of my friends was leaving my school, and I was pretty upset about it. Like, he was a good friend of mine, and I was talking to someone about how he left, and grin on my face made it seem like I was a jerk. Sarcasm goes too far sometimes, and when you like to smile when you're talking to people, it gets bad. I'm just glad I haven't had to give anyone condolences recently. Anyway, communication. Aside from accidentally making it seem like you're glad your friend left your school, I do enjoy person-to-person communication. It leaves me kind of happy. I like to joke around with people. That's basically all I do. And that kind of makes my life more fun, I guess. I go to school, and mostly what I do is learn. Not as much probably as I joke. I That's not a good thing. But it's high school, and my high school is kind of a joke. So I'm kind of just following suit. Plus, it's almost the end of the year. I'm a despicable person. Anyway, I enjoy it because it makes me happy. It gives, like, I'm sure there's some sort of chemical thing going on in my mind when I joke around and laugh that makes me better. And I really enjoy that. However, it's really superficial, and I kind of dislike that. So even though I'm smiling, I kind of, it makes me feel a little sad knowing how shallow and empty all that conversation is. Which is why, even though that's one of my favorite ways to communicate, it's kind of more of an entertainment system than anything else. Because to communicate, I think ideas should be transferred. To communicate, you're either trying to convince someone of your point of view, you're trying to get their point of view, you're trying to just tell them that there's another point of view. Either way, communication is the transaction of thoughts. And I think joking is a really shallow transportation of transfer of thoughts. It's wordplay mostly, and wordplay doesn't really get people anywhere but laughter, and laughter's good. But it doesn't have much substance. You feel happy, but it's empty. So while I enjoy that, and it's probably my second favorite form of communication, or maybe my favorite if we're looking at what I enjoy most, but the other one, I really enjoy text conversations, or writing, or anything where I'm able to write in a way that gives me enough time to make my writing as eloquent as I possibly can, and then share it. Because when I'm writing it, kind of like with the podcast or vlog format, when I'm writing it, no one is judging me. No one is shooting down my ideas. No one. Why do I always burp when I film? Like, I never burp. And then I film, and it's just pew, 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 pew. I think I am a child. Sorry. Where was I? I really lost my place right there. Right. So when I write, I have time to perfect my thoughts, or get them as perfect as I would like before sharing them, and that gives me a bit more confidence in them, because I'm not especially eloquent on my feet. There's an example. So is every other video I've made. I'm not good at speaking thoughts. I'm okay at jokes. I'm okay at witty repartee at times. Sometimes I completely fail. Sometimes I don't. But I'm not good at intelligent conversation, person to person. I rely a lot on people knowing me enough to understand what I'm saying, instead of accurately and precisely communicating my ideas with words. And that inability makes writing more makes writing a bit more of a comfortable, accurate process. It also avoids one of my biggest problems with person-to-person communication, which is that I'm pretty scared of people, their reactions. Kind of like what Alex was saying with when you're speaking, you don't really want to hear what they're thinking or saying as you're speaking, because you kind of are concerned with what they might say. But when you can vlog or podcast or write, you get to formulate the thoughts and finalize the thoughts and communicate the thoughts before anyone can interfere with your thought transfer, I guess. And that's really powerful because that gets rid of so much fear. Like the reason people have stage fright is because they're in front of a bunch of people. The performance isn't what's hard. People having seen you isn't what's hard. What's hard is knowing people are seeing you, knowing people are judging you at that moment. Because when you don't know when people are judging you, you can't feel the stress of knowing you're being judged. And even when you know someone's going to judge you, like immediately after you send a message, you at least could perfect your thought, and you weren't being judged as you spoke. Because there's nothing worse than speaking and knowing without a doubt that the person who you're speaking to doesn't care. And text kind of negates that pain, I guess. And the reason I like that is I feel like more of the Luke I know than the Luke other people know. Because I joke mostly with people, not much else. But I know that I have thoughts, and I think, and I have opinions, and I have theories. I know that. But aside from writing, I'm rarely brave enough to express those thoughts. Because I'm always worried with what the people will be thinking in the moment. But writing, or vlogging, or podcasting, I haven't podcasted, but I assume it's the same as vlogging and writing. They allow me to make my thoughts and formulate them and communicate them before anyone can see them, and that's nice. I like that a lot. And I feel less afraid, and being less afraid, I can be more who I think I am, and I enjoy that, and I like that. And it's more effective when I can write and make myself eloquent, and when I write, I don't need to repeat the same points like I am right now. I think I've made all my points at least 3 times at this point in time. Also, I could have avoided using the word point so many times. See, writing is so much easier. Oh my god.